The Madden franchise has been around for over 30 years. It has provided hours and hours of endless entertainment to video game nerds and football fans all over the country. However, the game that many play for enjoyment has a dark history: the Madden Curse. In this multi-part series will third-year pro and reigning MVP Patrick Mahomes overcome the daunted Madden Curse. The theory behind the Madden Curse is when a player is on the cover, the following season they either have a significant injury or a large drop-off in their play. This is because EA only has athletes who had unbelievably successful seasons or careers prior to being on the cover. However, once on the cover, that player is doomed to not match the same success. In an attempt to predict the outlook on MVP Patrick Mahomes' 2019 season, we have to take a deeper look into past Madden cover athletes and the fate they met the following season. Ever since 1998, for the highly anticipated release of Madden NFL 99, EA Sports has used a football player on the cover. The first Madden player poster boy was a running back for the San Francisco 49ers by the name of Garrison Hearst. Now, I've got to admit, Hearst is a strange choice for this honor. The game was released just prior to the 98 season on July 31st, meaning they must have made this choice based on the merits of his 1997 season. Nevertheless, Hearst was a third overall pick that flamed out with two teams over the previous 3 years. He was picked up by the 49ers before the 1999 season, where he had a respectable 1,019 yards on the ground, yet still only finished 15th in the league. Hearst's rushing totals were alright, but Barry Sanders had put up over 2,000 yards that season. Legends at quarterback like Brett Favre and John Elway were still doing their thing, so this one is a bit of a head scratcher. I do have to give the Madden selection crew some credit with picking Hearst as the cover athlete, because he skyrocketed during the 98-99 season. Behind NFL MVP and future Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, Hearst was arguably the most productive running back in the NFL, leading the league with 5.1 yards per carry, as well as coming in third amongst the rushing leaders with 1,570 yards despite having the least number of carries inside of the top 9. His season garnered him with a nod to the Pro Bowl, as well as a 49ers single-season rushing record. All of this production culminated in the Niners making it to the divisional playoff round, narrowly losing to the NFC champion Atlanta Falcons. Now, all of this sounds fine and dandy. You guys are probably thinking, what am I thinking? I thought this video was talking about the Madden Curse. Well, during the NFC Championship game, the Madden Curse strikes for the first time. Hearst's magical breakout season comes to an end due to injury. Okay, I undersold it a little bit. Hearst suffered a massively gruesome injury that really isn't appropriate to show on this video. I'm no doctor, but to summarize the injury, he basically twisted and broke his ankle so badly that it cut off circulation to the foot that was left behind. Think Bo Jackson's hip, but on Garrison Hearst's foot. The technical term for the injury is avascular necrosis and caused Hearst to miss the next 2 seasons. Not a good start for the cover boys. Curse 1, cover boys 0. For the Madden 2000 cover, the original choice was legendary running back Barry Sanders. Now again, the dates are confusing, but Madden 2000 was released in 1999. Sanders was a no-brainer. In his 10 seasons in the league, Sanders had run for over 1,400 yards over the past 5 seasons, as well as making the Pro Bowl every year of his career. At least Barry got to go out on top, because after he was named the cover athlete for Madden 2000, he decided to retire in the offseason. You can almost count this as a push, but I'm giving this one to the Curse because why the hell not? Curse 2, cover boy 0. The Madden franchise had to scramble because their current cover athlete was going to be inactive for the upcoming season. You can hardly call 2 unfortunate incidents a curse, right? To remedy this situation, some of the later covers had Green Bay Packers multifaceted running back Dorsey the Horse Levens. Levens had a similar season to Hearst's in 1997, having top 15 numbers in rushing and receiving among running backs. But his numbers dropped off drastically in the years that followed, never amassing more than 550 yards rushing and receiving for the rest of his career. To make the curse hurt even more, the once powerhouse Green Bay Packers failed to make the playoffs for the first time in 7 years. Curse 3, cover boys 0. Eddie George was on the cover for Madden 2001 and had almost certainly a positive season. just off the heels of one of the most dramatic Super Bowl runs in recent memory where the Titans came 1 yard short of glory. Rest in peace, Aaron McNair. George churned out a massive season. He had a league-high 402 carries as well as 1,962 rushing and receiving yards as well as an all-pro nod. The only two players who were able to surpass his production were Marshall Faulk of The Greatest Show on Turf and Edgerrin James of the Peyton Manning-led Colts. The 13-3 Titans lost in the divisional round to the eventual Super Bowl champion Baltimore Ravens. There's definitely no shame in that, and this is definitely a score for the Cover Boys. Cover Boys 1. Curse 3. After digging through all these Madden covers, I have noticed it is certainly a window in time regarding the style of offense that the league has graduated to. Every Madden cover up to this point had been a running back, but this is our first quarterback getting slotted on the cover for Madden 2002, and that was Daunted Culpepper. In Culpepper's previous season, he impressed with an 11-5 record and a berth to the playoffs. However, after gracing the cover, the curse most certainly struck him. Culpepper appeared in only 11 games the next season, finishing with a 4-7 record. He was 25th in passing yards, 22nd in passing touchdowns, and had an uninspiring 14-13 touchdown to interception ratio. This was also the first time a poor season was attributed to the Madden Curse. Curse 4, Cover Boys 1. The Madden cover selection crew decided to shift the cover from a young quarterback to future Hall of Famer and former league MVP Marshall Faulk. Fresh off a record-setting deal for a running back, how could this go wrong? A similar question they had to be asking themselves after Faulk failed to break 1,000 yards rushing for the first time since joining the St. Louis Rams. Not to mention the Rams sputtering to a 7-9 finish that resulted in them missing the playoffs. A further note, he dealt with hampering injuries despite reasonable usage, which caused him to miss 2 games. Faulk would never reach 1,000 yards rushing after gracing the cover of Madden 2003. That's 5 for the Curse, 1 for the Cover Boys. Thank you for watching part 1, and let us know if you think Patrick Mahomes will overcome the Madden Curse in 2019.